Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for joining my session. This is Mohamed Adel. It's my first time in Uptime and hopefully won't be the last. It's always a great opportunity to meet tech legends, and thanks to Runecast team for this and for having me this year. Today I'm gonna talk about the FinTech solutions, which become a huge thing since around 10 years ago, and especially in the pandemic era. This is an introduction about me. I'm working as an infrastructure section head in the Egyptian Credit Bureau. I am a former nuclear engineer. Yes, I try to sometimes to mix nuclear science with technology, but wow, this is too much for a brain. I am the owner of Arctonic. This is a blog and podcast channel about IT architecture. Finally, I am an accredited artificial intelligence and machine learning professor. I was one of the selected group who shares the knowledge and built the base infrastructure for artificial intelligence in Egypt with guidance from the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology and the National Council for Artificial Intelligence. This is my Arctonic website, and you can also reach me through my Twitter, of course. But the most important thing is that, like all of us, we witnessed the dramatic rise of FinTech in the world. For me, working with one of the biggest FinTech institutions for around 10 years made me too close to the latest technologies and regulations as well. That's why I am here today. This is the agenda for today, starting with simple definition about FinTech and what actually it is. Some information about FinTech in the world right now. Then I will talk about a bunch of technologies and how to use it to solve financial problems. Also, I will talk about the untapped business opportunities. Then finally, I will talk about one case study. It's a clever and new shape of using financial technology. So let's start. So what's actually the FinTech? FinTech is all around us since a while. Each one of us already use it somehow, nearly on a daily basis. From using Apple Pay, for example, or using Uber without paying any cash to the captain, and to cryptocurrencies. But it's not exclusively for payment process. FinTech is more like description of innovation in the areas of finance and technology. It's used to describe new tech that seeks to improve and automate the delivery and use of financial services. At its core, FinTech is utilized to help companies, business owners, and consumers better manage their financial opportunities and processes, with usually using software on your laptop or increasingly using your smartphone. So it's a mix of technologies and concepts like in FinTech, like blockchain, payment solutions, money exchange, financial research, digital money, for example, cryptocurrency, online banking, investment, and crowdfunding. Let's see some cool facts about FinTech around the world. Regarding consumers, Gen Z and millennials are the likeliest to have multiple financial technologies accounts. This is common as they already raised in an environment full of technology, and they already have lots of options available. In 2021, nearly 2.5 billion users access retail banking service digitally. According to the Deloitte report, the majority still need branches, but digital service using increasing over time. The global market size for FinTech was valued at nearly $5.5 trillion in 2019. This is a huge number even before the pandemic. The majority of financial institutions and banks see the importance of adopting digital transformation in financial sector. 75 of the financial services organizations are creating jobs related to FinTech because FinTech renewed and created new business lines and new jobs profiles. You can now see new jobs titles like blockchain developer or quantitative analysis. The average FinTech salary in the US is $125K. It's a good salary indeed, which reflects the market readiness and attractiveness of FinTech jobs. 37 of financial services organizations have fintech-based products or services available to their customers. This is not a good number, but it means a good opportunity. It means that there is still room for business opportunities. In technologies, 57 of banks are in the process of building digital only subsidiaries. A digital bank actually it's an organization that can offer banking activities online, which were historically only available at a bank branch. AI technology is set to increase profit by almost 40% by 2035. In fact, AI is one of the most common and dependable technology to be used in fintech. 40% of financial services companies cite the adoption of blockchain in fintech as an important goal with increasing of blockchain application. Blockchain firms experienced a record level of investment in the first half of 2021, totaling $8.7 billion. This is according to major blockchain providers like IBM, Oracle, or R3. From previous statistics, we can notice that there are more to do in fintech in order to provide value to the customers. And also, to invest more in the wide range of emerging technologies used in financial sector like big data, biometric, regulatory technology. It's also known as RegTech, which is the management of the regulatory processes within the financial industry through technology. Let's have a quick look on the most used technologies. The 3rd of January 2009 made a start of a new era of transparent database systems where all users collectively retain control over their data. The release of blockchain technology allowed thousands of companies to transform their business model into a transparent and decentralized ecosystem with high safety, top transaction rate, and enhanced traceability. Blockchain is more like weird technology. First, we know it as a cryptocurrency infrastructure, but later we discovered more applications like, for example, KYC, know your customer. It's a kind of proof of identity, and this proof will be shared across all chain members. Global payment, for example, it's an effort to enhance speed and transparency. Supply chain, there are trials to use blockchain technology for supply chain like Maersk, for example, is one of the biggest firms in shipment, and IBM are working on cross-border, cross-party transactions that use blockchain technology to help improve process efficiency. Even crowdfunding, with the magic of decentralization, startups, for example, are not going to rely on any platform or combination of platforms to enable creators to raise funds. Literally, any project has a chance of getting visibility and getting funded. This makes crowdfunding less expensive for creators and investors. Other technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI and ML advisors collect information from clients about their financial situation and goals to offer advice and automatically adjust the marketing approach. Although there are lots of debates considering the ethics and accuracy of the technology, of course, its demand will keep growing in the coming years. With information on marital status, income, and investment, the latest AI solution can recommend a client, for instance, to start saving money to pay for child college, for example, or to buy next home. But it's simply, the financial technology sector is entering a new level of digital evolution, which will not only change the product portfolio of banks, but also fundamentally modify the way people communicate with financial institutions. AI solutions are one of the main new trends in financial services. This technology allows to process information much faster and provide instant solutions that help greatly reduce the risk and fraud probability of financial company. There is more. Artificial intelligence offer high automation opportunities that greatly reduce the likelihood of human errors. Ultimately, one of the key banking industry trends allows financial companies to build even more personalized experience for customers. It became possible with the help of AI-powered chatbots, for example, that offer end-user self-help solutions. Moreover, intelligent systems help clients track income, recurring expenses, and build up an individual optimized financial plan with personalized tips. Moving to big data, financial companies can greatly benefit from implementing big data technologies as they enable business to collect as much information about their clients as possible. This way, fintech companies can build an ideal portrait of each client and set up efficient marketing strategies, addressing more needs of leads and clients. Consequently, big data provides business with the following opportunities, like enhanced market segmentation, generation of real-time insights, and prediction of future clients' interest areas. However, the more data, the higher the risk to get certain security gaps that may lead to data theft and other cyber attacks. To be honest, financial company can never be 100% positive about client data security. In the next section, I will talk about business opportunities. There are actually several exciting fintech business opportunities that empower you to unleash your entrepreneur potential. Fintech is interwoven in many facets of our everyday life. However, there are still many profitable fintech business opportunities that still remain to be taken. Let's see. In a time where online retail and e-services are more popular than ever before, there has never been a better time to launch a digital payment processing services company. Simply, online payment solutions allow consumers to process transactions using digital devices with no required physical exchange of money. And consumers alike can empower convenience, speed, as well as security. In addition, consider pursuing business opportunity in fintech custom software development. Since this field is highly technical, you will likely need some guidance, support, or prior experience to help you get started. This way, you can accelerate your release rate, enhance reliability, and inspire user satisfaction. Of course, many entrepreneurs have begun fintech businesses in virtual lending. Principally, online lenders work as an alternative to traditional banks or loan marketplace. These lenders allow consumers to securely go through the entire borrowing procedure. This way, loan seekers can undergo qualification, funding, and repayment, all without ever having to physically move. Naturally, online lenders often charge lower fees and are much more convenient compared to traditional banks. With more consumers looking for better ways to spend, budget, and save their money, launching a personal finance app is another profitable fintech opportunity to explore. Broadly, these programs help users to manage savings, investing, and financial planning. At the same time, they often help consumers navigate tax savings and retirement preparation. Of course, this helps app users set goals, empower financial confidence, and minimize mistakes. Simultaneously, these applications help businesses streamline accounting procedure and effectively organize their assets. If you are interested in launching a business in this field, you will need to be skilled in financial reporting, accounting, and mathematics, of course. Simultaneously, you may need experience working with financial instruments such as stocks, bonds, and exchange-traded funds. Next, many fintech entrepreneurs follow business opportunities in online investment brokerage. Essentially, these platforms, investment brokerage, advisory, and monitoring services over the internet. Traditionally, these services charge much lower fees and commissions than others. If you want to establish a business in this field, you will need to be proficient in analytical thinking, resilience, and communication. At the same time, you may need expertise in leadership as well as confidence dealing with numbers and high-risk scenarios. If you meet these qualifications, you can expect to enter a constantly growing industry with an incredible high earning potential. And the most important thing to talk about is, of course, cybersecurity. Banks, financial institutions, and fintech companies are already subject to security issues. Fintech startups are particularly attractive to cyber criminals who know that fintech companies rarely invest as much money and effort in cybersecurity measures as banks. Mistakes such as keeping unencrypted data or unsecured third-party services are very common. In the next slide, we'll show top cybersecurity threats in the fintech sector, like, for example, identity theft, which may lead to a social engineering attack or phishing, money theft and laundering, application breaches and data leaks, spoofing, malware attack. I remember, by the way, there's a hilarious situation happened lately, which was about someone called a customer from different banks and pretended that he is one of central bank regulation team and he needs to gather information to update the systems. It's a common, actually, it's happening. Some people already fall into this trick, but handling the situation is the most important thing. From banks, it was an impressive. Also, awareness using social media channels was remarkable to stop this fraud. So what could happen when customers' data is compromised? For the business, you will lose customer trust, of course. And in many cases, you will face a lawsuit if you are under GDPR regulation, for example. For the customer, your stolen data could be used in identity theft, financial fraud, blackmail. If you are, for example, using the same password in many services, you will be definitely compromised. Now I will talk about one of use cases. This is kind of new, actually announced last October, and it's about Sberbank of Russia. Sberbank of Russia, they would prefer to define themselves as e-commerce company, not bank. Their theory is that instead of talking with agents about transactions, personal loans, and traditional types of banking services, they are talking about 3 virtual assistants which look and behave the same across all of the bank's channels and can follow and help customers with challenging transactions, such as recommending a soundtrack, for example, to buy if they are watching a movie. It doesn't end with banking. Sber has built its own cloud-based platform called Sber Cloud, self-driving car called Flip, and supermarket also, which helps customers to order needed groceries in an automated and seamless way. It's all actually part of the bank's ongoing reinvention and culture as a tech services firm. Last year, at about this time, they were talking about Robot Lawyer, an AI system for checking a company's legal status and related element of risk. And also, they are talking about a device such as SberBox, a TV streaming device, Sber Portal, a voice recording smart speaker with screen. It's actually a virtual assistant compared to Siri and Alexa. Their future vision is that in the next 5 years, virtual assistants could take on an even more complete form, like a hologram, for example. Final thought, fintech is still untapped. There are lots of opportunities out there. And fortunately, the market worldwide is eager for more fintech solutions because people already know how much important it is and how it makes lives easier. In my opinion, this is a trend that will never end. So that's it. Thank you for your time. I will be available in the next few minutes if you have any question or clarification or assistance you need. Thank you.